Welcome, here I've got ZTE Blade 10 and I'm gonna show you how to use the camera promote at this device. So let's start by tapping on the camera button to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's change it by using this settings bar and just simply going to the right to more. Here we have access to other modes of this camera, and one of this is the manual, so let's pick it. Here we are, this is kind of pro mode here, and it gives us possibilities to choose some shooting parameters by ourselves. This is useful when we want to learn photographic skills or making experiments with photography. So let me start with this settings bar. Let's start from the right. The first one button here allows us to adjust the interval pictures. So we can pick the interval from 1 second to 60 seconds. I think this is really wide spectrum. Let me pick 1 second interval to show you how it works. And now when we take a picture, we have many pictures at the same time every 1 second. So now we have 2. And as you can see, this is how it works. To stop it, let's just tap again at the shutter. Now let's go back to the slider at the beginning to turn off the interval, and let's move to the next one button. Here we have the white balance, so we can control the temperature of our picture, and we can pick the lights we have at this slider. It depends from the light we have in the area where we take a photo. So we have, for example, at first here the sunset, then the tungsten light, white fluorescent light, daylight, and the cloudy light. So these icons help us to precise what we have in the light, and this slider allows us to control this white balance in Kelvin degrees. At the beginning we have the auto settings, so there's no problem to go back to the auto white balance. Now let's move to the next one button here, and here we can adjust the exposure compensation of our picture, so we can manage the light of the photo. By going to the right we can make it more bright, as you can see, and by going to the left on the slider we can make it more dark. At the center we have 0 exposure, so now we are again on the auto settings. The next one button here is the ISO, so here we can control the camera's sensitivity to light. We can make it less sensitive from 100 here at the beginning of the slider, and by going to the right more sensitive to 1/6000 of it. So this is a pretty wide choice, like this kind of camera, and I think this is enough. And at the beginning of the slider we have auto ISO, so we can easily go back to the auto settings. And now let's move to the left corner to this button. When we tap on it we can open the advanced camera settings. Most of them is also in standard photo mode, but in the pro mode we have 2 extra things that are here really good. The metering. Here we can pick between spot metering, center weighted metering, and frame average. And when we slide a little bit down, we have save as RAW picture option. So when we tap here, we can save our pictures not in JPEG format, but also in RAW. So RAW format is used by professional photographers to saving more details at the photos and post-producing them in graphic programs. So this is really cool option and really pro here. And when we tap here, we can of course turn it off. Now let's go back to this camera preview and use the settings to take a picture. So let me pick ISO, for example, here, a little bit brighter, the white balance maybe here, and the interval, let's turn it off. To see my picture, let's move to the left to this button. Here we get quick access to the gallery, and this is how it looks like. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.